was a heck of a pass. I mean, you could just hear that ball sizzling in the air.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed him. Keep your mouth shut, cause go on.
The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Minnesota Vikings. Well, we thought this could get interesting. Here's interesting. An onside kick to start this thing. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Now, there's two sides to every coin. You come on the road, you get the onside kick to start the game. What a boost, but you don't get it. And now your back's against the wall a little bit.
You're exactly right. You nailed it perfectly. And so many ways to go at it when you're on the road. You think to yourself, well, if we start on defense, we blitz them early, try and create a big play. If we start on offense, we throw the big pass downfield. In this case, they said, forget all of that. Let's do it on special teams and try and catch them off guard with an onside kick unsuccessfully.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
John.
To throw, Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Play fake. Cousins. And his throw here is incomplete.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
On 3rd down, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. 4th down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph for Minnesota. The kick by Joseph is good, and the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. Well, they had the great field position to start that opening drive. They only get 3 out of it, but still they get 3, so maybe kind of a win for the offense, Charles, and kind of a win for the defense as well.
Yeah, I would say win-win seems to sum the whole thing up because where that ball was placed to start, that's tough on the defense, and they held them to 3. Now, if you're the offense, you're thinking to yourselves, how do we open up the playbook later on in this game and turn this 3 into 6s down the stretch?
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at about the 32. They start on the ground here at Sanders. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second down, back to Sanders. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Boston Scott, his first carry. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Throw caught there by Osborne. Touchdown! K.J. Osborne, 44 yards. And the Vikings have regained the lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 2. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders, and he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. It's complete, swings it out to his running back. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. He's going to air one out. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Scott with it again on 2nd. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 79 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he'll work down inside the 45. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they'll stay on the ground with Gainwell again. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he's got room. And they'll wind up getting this with all the way down inside the 20. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. A give running left. It's Sanders. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Here's Sanders. He's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. Now Scott. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. A line of scrimmage once again to 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. A give running right is Gainwell. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense were geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Open man is Osborne. He's got it. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Vikings. KJ Osborne with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Joseph on for the extra point. He's got it, and that'll make the score 17-8. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. Scott with it again on second. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They go again with Scott. And he's got some space here. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 124 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. They'll run here with Gainwell. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Kenneth Gainwell taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. And this one is caught. So they come up with a 2-point conversion, and that makes this a 1-point game now.
Eagles 16.
Boy, they're down only 1 score, still first half, but they're going to line up for the onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They go play action. Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. So a big return there, Charles, on what was a pretty dangerous throw to the outside.
It sure was, Brandon. That's the risk you run on a throw like this. If it's intercepted, a lot of times this is a pick 6. So good hustle to get back and get him down. But, boy, that's a throw you've really got to be sure of if you're going to work the perimeter of the field.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Bronco switch, Bronco switch.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Looking here for Smith downfield. And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Eagles 16.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. Fields it right around the goal line.
The Eagles take over first and 10.
The Eagles Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now he's getting the ball to start the second half. How about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
On 1st down, Hurts. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Sanders.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He's got Sanders on the out route. It's caught. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
And they'll try and run for it with Gainwell.
And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll run with Sanders. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Hurts.
Rolling to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Jalen Hurts
taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Eagles have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Hurts will throw.
And that is caught for the 2 points. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball on a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Cousins on 1st down. That is caught inside the 5.
And the Vikings are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Cousins. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. On second and goal, Cousins, and it's caught. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So a little extra time to ponder this third and goal as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Third and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. Fourth quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. So an interesting call there to take the 3, and I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Hurts sets up to throw it. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Sanders. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Another run here with Sanders. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now back to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it up. And the Vikings are right back in this football game. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. First down, here's Cousins. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Now Cousins. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Very sharp here to start.
Yeah, I like the way he's running this 2-minute drill. Very sharp, very precise in throwing the football.
Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 33 yards. And the Vikings have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception. So we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. They'll try and throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Cousins to throw. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. And that one incomplete as it stops the clock, reading 18 seconds to go. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Cousins. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's intercepted yet again. And that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Lewisine. And the Vikings are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.